Ooh, mate.
Papa Flammy's Advent Calendar.
Here.
Good morning, fellow mathematicians. Welcome back to another episode of Papa Flammy's Advent Calendar. We're going to deal with two delightful limits today, okay? Gamma function and, oh boy, the digamma function. Haven't seen this bitch boy in a while, okay? And we're going to dive right in. So, I would like to start off with the first limit, okay? Both are going to result in the same thing, okay? A little spoiler alert, maybe you can already see where this is going. You can probably see at a glance what the answer is going to be, okay? It's quite trivial. It's 1. No, it's not. At first, I would like to bring those two on the same denominator, simply because I would like to use L'Hopital. I don't like to use L'Hopital in the normal case, but it works out right here quite nicely, and we're going to give it a shot. So I'm going to denote this limit as capital L, okay, on the same side, on the other side too, then. So this is the limit as z approaches 0 of gamma of z times z minus 1 over z. Now, gamma of z times z, by the recursive property, is nothing other than gamma of z plus 1. Meaning we can rewrite this as the limit as z approaches 0 of gamma of z plus 1 minus 1 over z. And now here comes Daddy L'Hopital in. Okay, we are going to take the derivative with respect to z on the numerator and denominator respectively. Why can we do this? Okay. Because if z approaches 0, we are going to have gamma of 1, which is 1 minus 1 is 0, and down here we have 0. 0 over 0 situation. Works out, mate! Okay. Z differentiate with respect to z is simply 1, okay? We are going to get rid of this piece of shit down here. So that's limit as z approaches 0 of something over 1, okay? Then negative 1 is going to vanish in the limit, meaning in the limit of the difference quotient right here, okay? Differentiation. And we are only left with del z of gamma of z plus 1. And here comes something in that you might remember, okay? This right here is basically nothing other than gamma prime, okay? Of z plus 1. What the hell is here? Oh, I didn't erase this yesterday. This is weird. Never mind. So, now we are going to this is weird. This was the one with the Breuer substitution. We are going to differentiate this thing now. And I want you guys to remember something peculiar. If you were to differentiate, okay, del z of the natural log of gamma of z plus 1, we ended up with exactly the digamma function of z plus 1. Okay, this is something we have derived before, which was nothing other than, by the chain rule, okay, gamma prime of z plus 1 over gamma of z plus 1. Okay, meaning overall this is nothing other, so gamma prime is nothing other than digamma times gamma of z plus 1. Meaning in the limit this is nothing other than the digamma of z plus 1 times gamma of z plus 1. If we now let the limit approach 0, then we are going to end up with digamma of 1 times the gamma function of 1. Gamma function of 1 is 1, meaning digamma of 1 right here. We have evaluated this before quite nicely, is going to result in negative Euler-Maccheroni constant. Like I said, you are going to see at a glance what the limit is going to evaluate to. Okay, it was quite obvious that we are going to end up with Euler-Maccheroni right here. Now, we are going to continue with this limit right here. And for this limit, I would just like to make use of the pure definition of the digamma function that we have derived before. Meaning this right here is the limit as z approaches 0 of. Digamma function, I want you guys to remember, is negative Euler-Maccheroni. And then negative 1 over z plus the sum ranging from k being greater or equal to 1 up until infinity of 1 over k minus 1 over k plus z, and then plus 1 over z. Meaning overall, we are going to get rid of those two parts. The limit of a constant, the Euler-Maccheroni constant, is just going to stay the Euler-Maccheroni constant. And if z approaches 0 right here, okay, we are going to assume that this stuff converges near 0. Meaning, if it converges absolutely, we can interchange those limits. If it converges absolutely and uniformly, I'm terribly sorry, we can interchange limits and then take the limit as z approaches 0. If this approaches 0, we are going to end up with 1 over k minus 1 over k. Okay, all those arguments are going to go to 0, and if we sum up infinitely many zeros, we are going to end up with 0. Meaning overall, in the limit process, we are just going to end up with negative Euler-Maccheroni, and I thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, recommend channel, like. Don't forget that you get 10 to 15% of everything Papa Flammy's shop up until the end of December. Okay, and up until next video, have a flammable day. Ciao.